What's good, guys? This is the first installment of the After Effects video tutorial series where you will be learning to make this video. So in this reference video, you will see a variety of animation techniques that all revolve around the 5 transformation methods of After Effects, along with some compound animation methods. So it's about a 20-second video. And before we get into After Effects, let's go ahead and take a look at Illustrator, and this file will be distributed to you all. So in Illustrator, you'll see that I've built out my entire scene in a series of layers, with each element named on its own layer. So anything that I might need to animate or edit or transform in my video is given its own layer with a name. So make sure we save that project, double check that everything is visible, and so now we can actually jump into After Effects. So before we can actually get animating, there's a few things we have to set up in our composition before we can get going. So let's hit New Project, and now we can go grab that Illustrator file and drop it into the pane on the left. So we're going to leave import kind as composition and footage dimensions layer size. That's going to make the proportions of our video the same as the Illustrator file. So here you can see that a folder gets created with all of our individual layers in it. And so we can grab those each as we please. But let's go ahead and grab this composition that After Effects makes for us when we bring in that project file. And so now all of our layers are here with their names in order, ready for us to animate. But let's say that you realize during the making of your video that you forgot something or you need to change something. You can actually go back to the Illustrator project file and make your changes and additions there. Then you drag it back in after saving it, and you change to footage and choose layer. And now you can individually grab a layer that you added or changed and import that right back into your project. We won't need that right now, but that'll be useful later on. So let's take a look at composition settings, where we can set up our aspect ratio, frame rate, and things of that nature. This is where you'll find your 1080p, 16:9, 1:2 ratio, whatever size you want. But we left ours at layer size when we brought in our Illustrator file. So that's going to keep our aspect ratio matching our Illustrator file. So you can change that if you feel it necessary. We're going to leave that. Here you have frame rate. 24 is going to be fine for this video. And so down here you have time. This is where you're going to set the duration of your video. Make sure to pay attention that it's hour, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So be careful that you don't set your time wrong, and make sure that you're putting it in the correct spot on the time code. So now our composition is all set up. We're going to go ahead and save. Make sure to always save often. Name our project, and I will catch y'all on episode 2.